film is about Andrew's character, Dennis Nash. He's a construction worker out of business, out of work, lives with his mom, Laura Dern, and his son, played by Noah. And they get evicted by a nasty real estate broker, played by Michael Shannon, and move into a motel. And through circumstances, he starts to work for the very man who kicked him out. It's kind of a deal with the devil film, a Faustian story. And that's kind of how it goes.
It was just an interesting, very interesting script, and it was something new, and I really wanted to try something new, and the character of Connor, it just really piqued my interest, I guess.
There's no acting with Noah. Like he just is. You are being, and there's no forcing, there's no pushing. If a line doesn't feel right, he won't say it, and he'll make something up if that feels right. So there's an intimidation for an actor who's developed some bad habits and some bad patterns, and there's an inspiration as well that I took from Noah, just because he's so present and not trying to act. He's just trying to be truthful, and not even trying to be truthful. He just is truthful, and it's so that was inspiring for me to be around. Really helpful for me.
You know, home is something that's very primal. It's essential to all of us. We all want to feel like we have a home. And yet it's also a business. So it's an emotional thing and it's a business thing. And those two realms rubbing up against one another creates a lot of a drama in reality and in this film, I think.
What's interesting about Michael's character in the film is often he's cast in an unhinged role, but not at all in this film. He's in the finest clothes. And he's the devil you love because he's so charming and he's so handsome in the film. I would make him tan on his rooftop. To prove it, he would take pictures and send them to me. And when he would arrive on set, I would say, Michael, you are a golden god who has descended from the sun in a chariot, and this world is yours and you can do anything. And then he would...
I mean, to me, it's like Carver's not really the enemy. I mean, it's Carver makes a point in the film, if it wasn't me, it'd be somebody else. It's not me. You know, I'm just... The question is, how do you survive? And a lot of the films I do, or a lot of the stories that interest me, are about how do you survive in this world? Because this world is not meant to survive in the way it is right now. And people are trying to anyway. So that's what attracted me to the role.
What was great was having the time and the opportunity to be in Florida and to be with people directly affected, be with people who are going through it, be with people who are still in trauma from their nobility being so trampled upon and their integrity and, their nobility as human beings being trampled on, and they're still suffering from the fallout of that, and their ability to, and their desire to speak, to hash it out, to be in the conversation about it was humbling and necessary, and hopefully this movie can be part of that conversation. Another small step, or maybe large step forward in keeping that conversation going. That thing that Michael's talking about how do you survive? Everyone, we're all trying to survive. Even those of us, even those of us who have billions and billions of dollars, terrified of losing $1 billion. Because what does that mean? Does that mean I've failed? Does that mean I'm going to lose the next billion? And what happens after that billion? There's this air of fear around our culture right now, and even those of us who are surviving very easily are terrified of not surviving. We're all trying to do our best with where we are.